If you hear some kind of message that strikes your heart, you must record it and offer devotion and repeat that. And if you make that as a habit, once you reach a certain level, heaven will work through you greatly. Please believe in this. True Mother, as she advanced the Cheonshim prophet his 3 stages, she actually worried a lot. But I believe you're the ones who worry more than True Mother. What would President Gisung do when he's here? You guys worried about me, right? Some elder members even came to me, and they were even people who didn't like that I became the president here. But I didn't have any worry. True Father became the owner of the spiritual world. When True Father wants to enter the spiritual world, True Father became the center of the spiritual world. On this physical world, True Mother, who has achieved perfect oneness with True Father, is present. And as True Father ascended the spiritual world, the 40-day service, He truly gave us His definite direction. For 3 years, for 1,095 days, as True Mother offers such devotion, without missing a day, she communicated with True Father, and she proclaimed that she will move forward with spiritual truth to go back to early days. And True Father completely agreed with her. And in order to move this providence centering on spirit and truth, we cannot imagine how much she thought about the path. And as she walked such path, she went across 5,600 kilometers from Las Vegas to New York. She went up to 12 peaks of Alps that she went with True Father. She offered such a deep prayer, and she resolved. And October 27, 2014, she appointed me as president of training center. And what's more, and on the appointment ceremony, I wrote everything of what I was going to say. And I was sleeping. Heaven gave me the inaugural appointment message that I want to share. And almost the message said, True Father has come down to become one with True Mother. True Mother was directly governing everything. And spiritual has become an automated system. So do not worry anymore. Everything that is perfect will go into automatic system. Even when you breathe, you just automatically breathe, right? When you sleep, you don't think about breathing, right? You don't turn on the switch and turning on and off when I should breathe, right? You just breathe, whether you know it or not. Your heart beats automatically. You don't check it. It checked such beating a heart. It beats by itself. Everything is automated system. Our digestive system has an automated system where it does what it do. Everything is automated system. Even the earth itself is running in its own system, but because of all the humanity, they are making the numbers wrong. That's why the entire world is having environmental problems. And all these natural crises are occurring because Earth is trying their best to save itself, to go back to the system. Fallen humans have been only living very in greed, that they are letting selfish desire, selfish mind to rule their body and wanting only for the selfish, only centering on selfish heart. And if that's keep on going, we've seen a lot of problems occur. So as true parents manifested, as Heavenly Parents sent Holy Mother Han, true Heavenly Parent really wanted to set this in the right path again. So And her parents has been offering devotion after devotion, and they were able to dedicate Cheonwon Cheonwon Center entry ceremony for Heavenly Parent to come down to this physical world. And substantially, this is the golden age. At this time is a truly precious moment. Imagine how much our prophets, all the central figures, would wanted to live in such era. And you're looking at a day, the moment when all those prophets, all the central figures that you've learned about through Bible, they've been waiting for this day, and you are looking at you're witnessing this era. You are living in this era. So this is the final stage, the highest level that you can come. This is the end point of the truth, end point of the Spirit. When we enter the church, enter this movement, as we listen to the principle, all the doubts disappear. Before entering church, I'm pretty sure most of members will say, why are we living? Why am I here? Why am I in this earth? Some people even try to commit the suicide. But after principle, most of the first gen stop thinking about why we're living or what is the purpose of life, because that has been resolved. Such amazing truth, principle is within us. And with this ideologies, we can resolve any problems, any ideological problems, any thing. And if we use AI and let it organize everything, then we can say things and more logically, more everything. And we heard from our brother Kim Ji-chun how he recorded his lecture, and he used AI to write the scenario by himself and have two people dialogue about the lecture. And I heard it, and it was amazing. AI who doesn't lie is testifying about your parents. We've entered such a moment. And we made a victory of entrance to Cheonwon Cheonwon Sanctum, where Heavenly Parent come down on the physical world substantially. All we got to do is resonating with subjective spiritual world. Our true Father, who's already champion, ascended spiritual world, who knew, and with such path, if you take such path, that you can feel true Father coming to you, can feel true Father coming down straight to you. You can experience such spiritual experience. You'll be able to experience Cheonshim. Through Cheonshim's grace, we know that our Mother Project couple composed 100 songs by receiving spiritual, and there are still people who may have doubt. But you must realize that Cheonshim is working through us. You must experience Cheonshim's work. You should receive Demon's grace, experience Demon's work through you. There was a sister who had a cancer after receiving blessing, and she received ansum. And even Mr. Kim Dok-soo didn't know that she had the last stage of the cancer, because she was offering ansum. Because she was an answer team. Do you think if you're in the last stage of cancer where you're about to die, would you want to offer answer to other people? You would want to ask heaven, save me, please cure me. But later, we realized that she was the last stage cancer patient, and she resolved to create answer hand, not for herself but for others. And when you look at her, and when you understand her story, you have no other option but to shed the tears. When you look at her, you wouldn't be able to help yourself, but I really want to help that person. And amazingly, miraculously, she was checked her health, and she was fully cured. This is the grace of Demonim. If you let testimony to work through your heart, anybody can receive abundant grace of her work. And if you think that whatever you receive is solely by yourself, you did it, then you're letting Satan, letting evil spirit could come to your heart. So we have amazing subjective spiritual world with us. We have someone, a world where you can resonate. So as beings who are living a physical world, we must let Holy Spirit in the spiritual world to come down to work through us. We have to set that relationship. If you're living a selfish heart life, even knowing the fact that Hyojin님 and Hungnim sacrificed yourself, what would heaven think? You must set an example so that you can resonate with Hyojin님, you can resonate with Taemo님, so that you can live for heaven, so that you will eventually receive abundant grace, the blessing from heaven. And only path is ask heaven, please allow me to share your burden. Allow me to have your burden to walk the path for you. Allow me to walk the cross, the path of the cross. And with such path, if you take such path, you will receive blessing. And true parents, and Hyojin, Hungji, and Taemonim has been walking the path to pay all those indebted for us to resonate with heaven. And because of their foundation, we're living in this Cheonbok providence. We're living in Cheonshim Won providence. You should not mingle with this. You should not use this as opportunity for live for your life. A lot of people of Israel have suffered because they couldn't fulfill their responsibility. On this era where never happened in human history, where we never saw such absolute truth, absolute spirits to appear on this earth. We're living in such an era, beneficial era. If you still do not know Heavenly Parent, if you still do not know of the providential time, you will end your life miserably. So we need to focus. We need to pay attention. We must call out 아버지 어머니. We must call out 효진님, 형제님, 태모님. We must stay focused and pay attention to and realize how precious for us to be here, how blessing it is to be here. If we set a new start with tearful prayer, our world will change, and because our world changes, we can make influence in this world to be changed. We will soar high to the heaven. So I truly hope that all of you gather your hearts to become one. Please, if you keep the desperate heart of heaven, you will receive abundant blessing and work of heaven through you tonight.